But here's what I want to share with you. I want to share with you a conversation I had with someone who's a very smart marketer, but was very hesitant because he's the type of marketer, he says, if I don't know everything about everything, I don't do anything. And I said, I understand that. I respect that. So I shared a conversation with him, and I shared some thoughts with him. And within 15 minutes, he went from, unless I understand everything, I don't do anything, to now going flat out doing everything. And he doesn't know what the compensation model is exactly. He just figured out that it was better to be a rich idiot. And here was the conversation we had. And you know, when you translate, you can just summarize it just by telling people, look, here was a smart marketer, but he said, unless I know everything, I won't do it. Here's what I said to him. I said, you know, I respect that, but let me share a thought with you. What if I'm right and this becomes the biggest thing that's ever been seen? Or what if you're right and it doesn't? Now, if you decide to wait until you have absolute proof and do nothing about it until you have absolute proof, if you're right, that's fine. But if I'm right, here's the problem you have. If I'm right, when you finally realize it, by the time you go to create your ripple with your sphere of influence, they'll be gone. If you're right, the worst thing that happens is people spent no money, they became part of a connected network, and they were given the opportunity to download a great new communication app for free. An app that'll be a wonderful way to communicate. So if it turns out you're right and this doesn't become the most amazing way to make money in the world, what's the worst thing? Everybody you know has a cool free communication app that they tell people they know, and they really enjoy the communication experience. Nobody gets hurt. Everybody has a good day. But if I'm right and you sit around, by the time you go for your group is gone. Now, you'll be able to connect with them and communicate with them on the communication app, but in terms of making money, everybody else in the world who got a hold of them first, they'll make money with them. You'll just sit there and watch and chat with them wondering, gee, why didn't I just go do it? And that's why what Adriano said made sense. And when he finally got it, then he said, okay, I get it. And in the last 7 days, he's built a really substantial ripple because he suddenly realized, okay, there's nothing to lose here if the idea turns out not to work as well as everybody thinks it will. But there is if I participate, but there's potentially everything to lose if I don't participate until I know for sure, and by the time I know for sure, it's already taken off without me. So that's the choice.